Hello there, it's Denise from Ladybug Stampin', and it's another video tutorial on a very special, sweet card. I actually really love this card. I think this has probably got to be my favorite to date in all my cards I've made over the years. And I have quite a few, but I don't know. I like the mason jar. I have them all over my house, and I have them decorated different ways, and so I drew inspiration from that for this card, and also from online. I found something online that I really liked, and I thought that's what I'm gonna make that card from. It wasn't another card; it truly was something using a mason jar. So I decided I was gonna use this card for a class. The class did not happen, and I could have saved it for another class, but I decided to go ahead and just show it, and I shared it on my Instagram account, and everybody loved it and wanted the how-to. So that's where this video comes from. I appreciate you guys liking my videos, by the way. I know I don't put a whole lot out there. I'm trying to get better, but I can get out there and I can scope, but I don't know why I have trouble finding time to do the YouTube videos after work, so my regular job. But let's go beyond that. Okay, enough chit chat, Denise. We're going to use the Jar of Love stamp set, and actually it's the bundle. You can get the bundle, and then and then these are the thinlits. Comes with quite a few thinlits, as you can see, different. I mean, and they're all usable. I've used all of them. They're a really great deal, but we're going to use the large one, so I'm going to scoot this out of the way. I'm going to get that up because we're going to use the big shot in a minute. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and get all this ready. And we're going to use, the two inks we're going to use are Bermuda Bay and Smoky Slate. Sorry guys, I think I must have fell asleep right there. Okay, and then this is all of our material, the material that we'll be using. Now I will say, this is a very simple card, very simple, and I know, I just love it. I just really love it. What I have first is the crumb cake, and this is the card base. It's cut at this is 11 by 4 1/4, and then scored at 5 1/2. Then we have the Bermuda Bay piece that is embossed with the large dots. If you can see that right there, yeah, there we go. And this is cut at, like, again, at 5 1/4 by 2 inches. And then this is a Whisper White cardstock, cut at 5 1/4 by 2 1/2 inches. And this will be used for our jar when we for our stamping. So first, let's go ahead and stamp our jar and our. You know what, guys? I apologize. I thought I had this ready already, but I didn't. I'm gonna go ahead and get this. We're going to use this on. Let's see if this is going to fit on this block. Nope. I do want a larger block. That's what I was testing to see. Okay. Just because I want some more room. We're going to put this on our E block. And it probably would have fit on the other one. I want to make sure. So we're going to stamp up our jar. We're going to stamp that up in the Smoky Slate. So this will be the only time we use this particular color. And that I don't know why I did it that way, but I did. You can do it either way. And I'm just going to stamp right in the middle. Doesn't really matter on here because all we're doing, we're getting this ready for the, to go through the big shot. Then we're going to take our, I'm going to pull it out so you guys can see it. Right here, you get 2 sets in this package. But right next to the love, there's this dot right here. You're going to pull that out. We're going to use that too. And just put it on our A block, which is our small block. And not a whole lot of stamping, but some. And all we're going to do is just going to take your, and you're going to put dots around, just randomly, around your jar. Try to get some that go out, you know, out off the side and stuff like that. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's probably going to have a few more dots than what I had originally. Let's go over here to this side. Oh, you know one thing about, there we go, a little bit darker than the other one, but that's okay. Actually, I think I don't really like that. Let's turn it over. I'll take, because it looks like there's a lot of dots, and I really don't want a whole lot. I just want just enough. So let's just stamp that over. Love paper. It has two sides. Okay, let's do this again. So I just want to start at the bottom. I'm trying to follow a little bit on my other one. I don't know why, because I originally didn't have that when I did the original one. I just kind of knew. But I guess because I'm on video and it makes it, I guess I get nervous, and I'm not sure why I get nervous on the YouTube when I don't on Periscope. Periscope, I just love Periscope. And I don't know what the difference is. There really is no difference. I'm gonna go ahead and close up my ink pads since I've got ink on my hand now. Okay, and let's go ahead and run this through the Big Shot. We'll go ahead and get that done. And we are going to, let me turn it this way. I'm going to use our magnetic plate. And I'm going to put my cutting plate. Look, these things are warped. I really need some new ones. But they're still working, so until they stop working, I'm just going to keep using. But they really do need to be replaced soon, probably. Okay, I'm just trying to line this up to make sure it cuts good, or cuts on line. Probably shouldn't be so perfect, but I do want it to line up a little bit. You know? Okay, and with the framelits, you only need to go through one. I would suggest with the more intricate dies and the thinlets and stuff, I do probably tend to go over a couple times, but on these framelits, they really only need to go once. So we are done with that. And I had already embossed this previously to help save time on the video. And actually that was how the package was already done for the class. So, okay. So now what we're going to do now is we're going to get our, I'm going to use Tombow for my adhesive. And the only reason is because it gives me a little bit more, it gives me some drying time. So the way I want this to end up is I want it to be, let's see, if I've got this at 5 1/4, I need it to be a quarter less. So I need it to end up being 4 inches total. So here's kind of what I did. I went in the corner down here. I went down here and I knew that I wanted this to be 4 inches total. And if you look right, yeah. So I wanted this whole length to be here 4 inches total. So what I did was I put the glue on here. And you don't need a whole lot of this Tombow, but it gives you a minute, it gives you a little give. So I'm going to put this right here, and I'm going to start a little before, like a little over 4, and kind of line this up. And I know that my line down here, this is why I do this, because the line down here, love the grid paper for this, because it helps you line it up. Look. Perfect. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead, whoops, and take this piece, and this is about 7 inches long, and this is our oh my goodness, I can't believe it'll be in the description below. It's our burlap ribbon. Okay, it's 7 inches. I'm gonna put it right between the two pieces to kind of cover them up a little bit. And I'm going to put down a little bit of our snail to kind of hold it in place. Let me just do it this way. It's easier if I do it this way. I can see it. Okay, and then I'm just going to take and I'm just going to wrap it around and use that snail to hold it in place. I'm not going to adhere it just yet because I want to double check this right here. This is what I want to check. Now I did not glue it on the front because I really didn't want it to, like, I guess just completely lay flat, but I do want it, I don't want too much give on it. Okay, just to hold it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, and I probably should have stamped it first. We're going to stamp. We're going to use the, let's see, we're going to use the Hello stamp, and it says, you fill me with kindness, but I'm just going to do this. We're going to do this one next. How about hello? And then, let's see, hello on this side. And I love to put these on both sides. Help saves time. So let's get our Bermuda ink. I think I said a while ago we were done with the ink. We weren't, were we not? We were not. Denise. Okay, and I'm going to take this hello. Actually, I'm going to do this one first. Make sure your stamps are right side up. Because we've already, especially since I've already adhered it. I'm going to go ahead and put my sentiment down first. And the reason why is because when I do the hello, I want to be able to line it up. And I know you guys cannot see that. Let's see. I really want to show you guys this. I was trying to save a lot of time on this video, so I'm taking a few shortcuts, and I guess I really shouldn't do that. So let's, I was trying to be like everybody else. I guess I don't need to do that, huh? Okay. Let's take our little hello. And the one thing about the photopolymer is that you can look through there, and I'm trying really desperately not to get my head in there. But if you look, if you can see, I'm trying to line this up. And, okay. Oh, pretty good. That did pretty good. Better than I thought it was going to do. So, okay. Now let's put our ink back up. Okay. Then, what is on my paper? What did I put on there? I'm not sure. Well, there's something on there, but thankfully my jar is gonna take care of that. So on this part, we're gonna take this little piece. It's about not quite 3 inches, but a little less. I'm gonna take our paper snips, and I did say this because I wanted to show you. See on here, this little burlap like tied knot, not a bow. We do have some twine, but I don't know, I wanted this. And I've done this on a couple other projects where I've cut this. Because when I was playing around and I was deciding what to put on there and different stuff, I really wanted to keep with the burlap that I had on there. So I thought, well, and then I noticed, hey, we can cut this. I probably don't have to cut that many. I really don't need that many. Ooh. How many did I do? I did about 3. Okay. So I took the 3. And I kind of laid them down to kind of make sure they're all kind of facing, you know, I want them kind of all with the curve at the same spot. Okay. And then I did the same thing on here. Even though we're going to use dimensionals on this, but I need that to hold. So I wrapped it around. The rim of the jar is kind of where I went with it underneath. And I'll show you when I get done. See how I did it kind of right around the rim of the jar? Yeah, okay. And then I took, did I take 2 or 3 on this next one? I guess I did take 3. That one's kind of thick, so I want to do this another line. The edges of this burlap when you cut it are a little thick, so I'm going to use the, I know I had 3. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Make sure they're all go arching the same way. Just makes it easier when you play with it. Okay. And then this one here, stay on there. Stay on there. Stay. I'm going to glue dot you in a minute. Not glue dot you, but dimension you up. Put dimension on you in a second. And I just take it and I went through, let's see. I went through there underneath this right here. So they're both ends are sticking out. And what I'm going to do, uh-oh. This bad boy is not wanting to stick down. You ever notice when you're making a card from scratch and you're designing it and it takes you a while, and then you're trying to do a quick video because you're like, oh, that won't take long, and then you're on the video 20 minutes later going, wow, why did that take so long? Well, because you're fooling around with little things like this and you're trying to explain how to do it. It happens in card classes too. Okay, so I really want this to kind of hang down a little bit. I don't want it to go at the top, so I'm trying to fiddle with it. Just press it a little bit. And I'll tell you what else. I think what I did was, okay. One thing I did on this is I did use a glue dot. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. So we're going to use, where's my paper piercer? There it is. Paper piercer used for everything but piercing paper. I mean, you still can use it for that, but a lot of people have gotten away from that. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this on the paper about where my little knot is and just hold it. Stay. This burlap is giving me fits on the back. Okay. Okay, before we finish that, let's go ahead and put our dimensionals on. And I'm so glad there's a tax-free weekend this weekend for Stampin' Up! Supplies in the state of Arkansas, because I'm able to purchase a lot of my adhesives without any sales tax. There are some states, there are about 13 states that are doing this, that are allowing Stampin' Up! Products to be used or be able to be purchased. So, and I need some. And normally I say get a package of dimensionals with every order. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I had been doing that and I had a lot, and then I have not ordered and not thinking, and thought I had a couple packages, and I didn't. So, and why am I taking the dimensional packet off before I place it? I don't know, Denise. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna fiddle with that bow afterwards. Okay. Get some of, that's the one thing. It's got some of the ribbon or twine, it kind of that kind that it's made of. Okay, I'm gonna put this right here, and look, I'm gonna cover that spot so you're not going to see it. Oh, look at that. Just kind of offset it a little bit. Okay, great. Now I'm gonna use Tombow for this on the back. It'll just help with that ribbon. It really doesn't take this much Tombow. I don't know why I'm doing that much. Okay, and then I always try to make sure that my card, making sure that's down there, before I lay it down, that's the way I want to go. And we are doing it landscape, so the portrait, and then I just lay this down on here. And again, I'm using Tombow just so I can place this a little bit more easier, especially with my ribbon. It depends what kind of mood I'm in that day, what kind of glue I use. If I feel like taking a risk, then I use the fast fuse. And some ladies can do it perfect every time. Not me. Not me. Okay. Just like some people can tie a bow and some can't. With no problem. I can, I'm just cleaning up this. I have a problem laying my card mats down. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're just going to trim this because I don't want it so long. probably trim that a little bit too short. That's okay. Every card can be different. Doesn't have to be exactly the same, but it's going to be about, okay? Let's just, okay. So there we go. So there is that one that we made tonight, and this is the other one. This one says, hello, you fill me with happiness, and this one says, hello, life feels empty without you. So 2 cards, real quick. I made one and had the other one for the card class, and then so I have 2 cards now, just quite a little bit different, same, and I'm going to send them off to 2 different friends. So all right, well, thank you, and thank you for stopping by, and I will see you next time. And don't forget to check out my my website and my Facebook page. All the information is down below. All right, thanks. If you have any questions, give me a call, or sorry, if you have any questions, send me an email or comment below. All right, just keeping it real, girls. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.